Move over, antidisestablishmentarianism. If you can casually drop pneumonultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconiosis into a conversation, you deserve a standing ovation and maybe a deep breath. That 45-letter monster is officially the longest word in many dictionaries, and it's not just for show. It refers to a lung disease caused by inhaling ultrafine silicate or quartz dust. But here's the twist. It's more novelty than necessity. The word was coined back in the 1930s, likely by the president of the National Puzzlers League, simply to mimic the complex structure of long medical terms. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, it's a textbook example of a word made just to be, well, really long. Turns out, that's not as rare as you'd think. Take Floccinaucinihilipilification, for example, a 29-letter term that means the act of estimating something as worthless. It's basically 4 Latin words about worthlessness mashed together with a fancy fication at the end. Not exactly rolling off the tongue, but it makes for great trivia. Compound word building like this is common across languages, especially in German. That's how we ended up with a jaw-dropper like Rindfleischgediketierung Superwackensoftgebenübertragungsgesetz, a 63-letter word translating to the law for the delegation of monitoring beef labeling. Germany officially removed it from the books in 2013, possibly to give typists a break. Fun side note: Germanic languages, including English, have a knack for stringing together complex concepts. The difference: English usually tosses in spaces or hyphens, while German goes full turbo compound. The Oxford Companion to the English language explains that English compounds are technically indefinitely extensible. That means you can keep stacking on descriptive words until your sentence turns into a grammatical skyscraper. One example: Coventry Car Factory Strike Committee Policy Decision. It might not win a spelling bee, but it does the job. Believe it or not, there are even longer words floating around, though they rarely make it into dictionaries. Take Sanskrit, for example. According to Guinness World Records, the longest word ever recorded is a Sanskrit compound made of 195 characters, 428 letters in English. It translates to a vivid poetic scene involving mango trees, aromatic water, and maidens with lotus-like hands. Romantic? Yes. Practical vocabulary? Not so much. And then there's Titin, the name of a massive protein molecule. If you try to pronounce its full chemical name, you'd better cancel your plans. It stretches out to a mind-melting 189,819 letters and takes over 3 hours to say out loud. There are even longer names for DNA sequences that could theoretically reach over 1 billion characters. But here's the kicker. According to Oxford dictionaries, these supersized chemical names aren't considered real words in the traditional sense. They're more like coded labels for scientific use, filled with symbols, numerals, and even Greek letters. In short, they're technical, not linguistic. So while words like pneumonultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconiosis might never show up in your group chat, they're still fascinating examples of how far human language and creativity can stretch. Just don't try to use them in Scrabble. The board might not survive.